A species is a classification of organism whose members can interbreed and produce fertile offspring. A population is a group of individuals within a species that live in the same geographic area. Populations change over multiple generations as genetic changes alter their physical and behavioral characteristics through a process that's called evolution. Evolution originates in genes and often leads to modification in appearance or behavior. Evolution is driven by natural selection, which is a process that favors certain inherited characteristics over others, causing those favored characteristics to be passed on more frequently. The concept of natural selection was first proposed in the 1850s by both Charles Darwin and independently by Alfred Russel Wallace. Both were two British naturalists. Attributes are passed from parent to offspring through genes, and genes that lead to better reproductive success will eventually evolve through the entire population, and this is called adaptation. Accidental changes in DNA are called mutations, and mutations give rise to genetic variation in individuals. The mixing of genetic material through sexual reproduction also generates variation. Natural selection can drive a feature in a particular direction depending on the environment. So, for example, an environment that is dominated by flowers with short nectar tubes will favor birds that have shorter beaks. Speciation is the process that produces new types of organisms. When you have a population that becomes physically separated over a geographic area or a geographic distance, when a mutation arises in an individual of one of the populations, it will not spread to the others in the other population. Eventually, the populations will grow so different that they can no longer mate with each other. And when that happens, they are no longer the same species. You have a new species. That type of speciation is called allopatric speciation. Selective pressures from the environment influence adaptation. Closely related species that live in different environments tend to diverge in their traits. Different selective pressures lead to different adaptations. Unrelated species living in similar environments in separate locations can independently acquire similar traits. Similar selective pressures, similar adaptations. This is called convergent evolution. Understanding evolution is vital for our modern society. We have conducted selection under our own direction, and this is called artificial selection. Domesticated cats, dogs, and livestock are examples. Many medical advances have resulted from our understanding and our knowledge of evolution. Think about how infectious diseases spread, gain or lose potency, tracking evolving strains of the flu, HIV, and other pathogens, even looking at the growing resistance to antibiotics in bacteria. These are all dependent on our understanding of evolution.